We're gonna grab this Impala here. This is nice. This car just purely emanates 50s. Let's see if it actually is 50s. Nope, 61. Oh, what do you know what I mean? It kind of emanates 50s and 60s, all right? You know, just the way this car looks and everything. It's very OEM, and it definitely accurately reflects, you know, the time period that from where it came. All right, we're gonna get this whole row here, and you know, I think reason being is because the way the sun is, getting this side is gonna be better. Look at this beautiful Boss Mustang here. You got the Trans Am next.
William, he gotta go home tomorrow.
Got another Bel Air. Ooh, look at this matte black, man. Oh my, look at this. Nice looking bug there. Yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Look at the red wheels up against the blue color there. That is just stunning. This is a 1937 Ford F100, and the interior is just absolutely breathtaking. It's so bright. It's just so vibrant, and I don't think the video is going to capture it as effectively. I just want to pan in here. Look at the very simplistic, minimalistic gauging here. So elegant, my goodness. And then when you pan it out, you have the matching red wheels up against this blue, and yeah, this is an absolute stunner. All right, we'll keep going here. We'll grab these cars here real quick. Ooh, nice Mustang. Look at that GT350 Cobra. 1979 Chevy Camaro, and you know, you're gonna see this. I don't even need to say is look at the attention to detail that the owner put into the color elements on here. You have the yellow and blue are your main themes here, and look at that. You have the yellow hand on here and the yellow seat belts, and you have even the yellow Z on here. Some red elements on here. I want to pan out so you can really appreciate this. Look at the level of detail. I mean, just the door handle, the wheels are gorgeous on this, and you have like the yellow, kind of the yellow line elements on the paint out here. But there was just an incredible attention to detail on this. And I know we got this car. We kind of got this car yesterday driving away, but I'm glad I could see it here because I want to kind of get it a little closer up. I'm going to kind of try to come out here and get this side of it. Yeah, sun's not as, doesn't matter. This car looks beautiful on either side, regardless if the sun's favorable or not. But just look at just the design elements. Even on here, you have sort of the cascading, you know, the cascading steel up against the up on the roof here, up on the back of it. I can't even talk now. I'm starting. Oh my, yeah, and you got a sound system in here. Look at that. And you even have the yellow steel on the speakers too. Look at that. That is cool. This is an incredible level of attention to detail on this car. Very nicely done. Mr. Dre is definitely the man. So yeah, look out for Mr. Dre, man. He definitely knows what he's doing. Nice Bronco there. So let's keep rolling. All right. How you doing, man? Yep. All right. Saying goodbye to this beautiful Z28. Hello to this Chevy Chevelle. All right, so we're gonna go and grab these cars now. Yeah, darn son. Ooh, look at this. I love the color on this. Yeah, I got this car before, but I'm going to get it again because it really is lovely. Ooh, look at that Fairlane. It's got the Ford Fairlane over here. Yeah, the sun is just not very forgiving on this side. Lovely Fairlane. All right, everyone, check out 80K for this 59 Caddy here. 843-333-9665. Let's pan on her. So, not sure how well the video captures the awesome sound of this thing, but look at how it looks. Look at this thing in pink, and look at the fins. Look at the size of these fins. You're just making a statement with this car. Again, if you're someone that loves attention and loves making a statement, then this is the car for you. Look at the size of these fins. My goodness. So I shut up for a little bit so you can appreciate the exhaust. Look look at the back of this thing. This thing is absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna come back on this side again and just kind of give her another pan. But this is absolutely a gorgeous caddy here. Look at this. This is absolutely stunning. Such a lovely car. So not sure if this is duplicate or not. So we're gonna go and get this whole row over here. We're gonna get this section over here. So let's go and I'm gonna pan over here. Ooh, that Galaxy is beautiful. Look at that lovely Galaxy. Very nice. 350. Just gonna go and get these road cars over here. The back of this. Look at that custom deluxe. I like that. Very OEM. Ooh. Look at the patina on this. Check out this Chevy, my friends. Right here is a 64 Chevy Suburban. Let's see if I can get it here. So I'm gonna go on and get a little more of the Chevy Suburban here. Maybe this part of the footage could be used for a short. Yeah, a little hard to get, but I think you guys get the picture. This is a really beautiful 64 Chevy Suburban.
Ask you which one is your car. Tell them.
Okay.
I run
All right. Ooh, Rally Sport. Look at that. Look at the color on this. Ooh, that is just lovely. 73 Camaro RS is what that is. You got a Malibu over here. Oh, it's okay. Look at this SS over here. That's nice. Yeah, I am just such a sucker for these dropped pickup style trucks here. Chevy C20. Let's take a look and see what it is. Here is a 1984 Chevy Blazer. Look at that 80s front. Man, that is so 80s. Just straight flat, right up in your face. Look at that. Got the Sierra Classic over here. Again, this real 80s style front. The Chevy Nova. And a Camaro. Oh, look at that blue. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at the chrome rims on this white Chevy here. My God, that is absolutely stunning. Yeah, I tell you what, the chrome rims really make a huge difference. Oh, I love that color scheme there. We got this Camaro, and look, our friend's coming up here, the Di Tommaso Pantera. We got them yesterday. Look at that. And we got this already from yesterday. All right, cool. I'm gonna get that side a little later on because of the sun. We'll see if we can get these. Ooh, look at this. This looks like it has a nice interior also. Yep, I was right. It has a beautiful interior. 62 Chevy Impala here. And again, look at the attention to detail of the inside. And I have to, unfortunately, I got to keep moving, so I can't go too much, spend too much time. But I think you guys get the point. That's a gorgeous Impala we got there. Let's keep moving. Ooh, there's something from the 80s. Looks like a Sadie's 80s Camaro. Or is E28? Let me find out. 1989 Camaro. Look at how different the body style is than it was from the late 60s and early 70s. Very, very different in the front too. All right, we got this Ford. Is it F100? Oh no. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, that is beautiful. My God. Burgess Automotive in Boone's Mill, Virginia. Look at that visor on that, the visor over the windshield. This is the panel truck. 53 Chevy panel truck, that's what this is. Ooh, look at this. Is that a Ford Tudor? This right here is a 1930 Ford Sedan. Let's keep rolling. That's a Pontiac. Might have to get this one, yep. This right here is a 1966 Pontiac Tempest. And again, it's very nice to see some more Mopars. And I have really no dog in the fight. I'm just saying that from the standpoint of just, and as you guys are listening, don't take it the wrong way. I love the Chevys and Fords. There's just so many of them here that, when I see more of the Pontiac and the Dodges, you just get more representation. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with that. Let's keep going. Ooh, like that maroon there. Look at that. The Dodge there. Oh, nice Stingray. Look at that Stingray. Can never go wrong with a red Corvette. Love that color on that 10, that C10. Oh, look at this. Again, you cannot go wrong with a neutral color on a classic. You just can't. And look at the black too. Love that black grill on there.
That's why they call it the Widowmaker well.
Ooh, that black truck looks beautiful. Look at that. Nice black Corvette there. Ooh, El Camino. Very lovely. We're at 54 Chevy 3100. Look at that.
That's what I would rather do, yeah.
All right, something from the 80s there. Look at those wheels. So you got a lowrider here, lowrider Impala. Look at those wheels. Isn't that stunning? And then we'll finish off another Chevy, Patina Chevy. So this is a 1949 Chevy delivery sedan. Look at this. Look at this, my friends. Look at the patina. Oh, that is just lovely, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, so luckily the way the sun is, I can actually get these cars pretty decently. Oh, a Nomad. This is something different. I might have to get a little more of this. Let's find out. Let's take a look at this car a little closely. Look at the front on this. So this is a 1960 Chevy Nomad. You know, I just love that airplane paneling on the side there. But this is a sweet wagon here. Look at this. Breathtaking. C10 truck. Alright. Oh, the other Mercedes we got there. I wonder if that's the same one. Looks very similar to the one we saw before. That Pontiac GTO. Look at the front on this. Nice job at Pontiac with that front. And here we see this lowered, beautiful lowered Firebird here. That is lovely. It makes such a big difference lowered like that. And this is absolutely lovely paint job on this. Look at the matte color on this on the Chevy 3100. Very, very nice.
What's up?
Got the Mustang here.
How are you?
Another Chevy 3100 here. Sort of a kind of a reddish, maroonish, orangish color. Stingray. Yeah, it's a little tricky with the sun here. Ooh, I like those wheels. I like the wheels, the red wheels against the white chassis. Yeah, like the Jaguar looking thing on this Ford. The emblem there. Got the Monte Carlo. Ooh, look at that. That's straight retro. These Monte Carlos. I tell you, man. That's a lovely color there. Look at that. This one's something different. The Maverick, that's why. This Maverick's kind of cool. Look at that color. 3100. I'm seeing more and more of these kind of 80 retro cars, and it's good to see these because these kind of for me reflect my childhood. So it's nice to see these kind of being represented. And then we finish off this lane. It looks like a Pontiac. Yep, Pontiac. Lovely. at the other side of it real quick. All right, cool. You remember this movie, True Romance from the 90s? Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, Christopher Walken. Look at this. This is the original Cadillac from that movie. Look at that. So I'm gonna pan it on here. Look at that. You got Christian Slater just chilling out here, you know, and then Patricia Arquette taking a beating from Tony Soprano. And you got the leopard seats here. Look at this. Look at this. And look at the, oh wow, this is something. I'm gonna get the other side. Kind of go around with this Cadillac here. Got the True Romance tags on here. So I'm gonna get this side just because of the way the sun is. So yeah, you can kind of get a better appreciation of this. But yeah, this was the same car used in the True Romance movie. Yeah, great movie. And the guy Drexel was played by Gary Oldman, great actor. He plays a freaking like psycho nutcase, you know, pimp. That was pimping out Patricia Arquette, if anyone saw that movie. But yeah, beautiful car and awesome movie. Carried away with a movie there, and I forgot about the name of the car. It's a 74 Cadillac Eldorado, same year I was born, so you know, I guess it's special for me, I guess. But yeah, such a beautiful car, man. We got this van leaving, but this is a lovely van. Let me back up out here. Another General Lee. Is that the same one? Does this car keep moving around somewhere, or maybe there's multiple General Lees? I don't even know. General Lee is autographed by John Schneider, and again, I grew up watching the Dukes of Hazzard, just you know.
This one is the ones that took their place.
Oh, look at this. That is so cool. So you got some autographs on here. Yeah, just if you ever watched Dukes of Hazzard, you got just Rascal Pico Train and Boss Hogg. It just had some characters on there. This was just a, you know, definitely an awesome show that I grew up watching, and good to see another General Lee out here. Inside a 1969 Dodge Charger, the General Lee. So I'm not sure, don't think this is the original, but again, this is a good replication or a good, you know, rendering. You got the General Lee on top of here. You got the good old Dodge Charger here. Look at that. Continuing, this is the General Lee, and as I was talking about earlier, you got some of the autographs, some of the stars on the Dukes of Hazzard show. And one thing that the owner pointed out, if any of you watched this show, the Dukes of Hazzard, the characters that played Rascal, Pico Train, and Boss Hogg, they ad-libbed everything. There was not one single script, nothing from the script. Everything was ad-libbed. So that's the General Lee, folks. And just moving on here, now we have the kit car from Knight Rider, and you see David Hasselhoff on there. And it was so funny watching. Yeah, I love how you had the lights kind of go up and everything. Yep, there are the lights. Yep, that's it. That's kit car. So pretty much the car was actually like, it was almost like I don't want to say Cyberdyne. It wasn't Cyberdyne, but you know what I'm getting at. Wait. Yep, you can hear it. You can kind of hear a kit going there. So any of you guys from the 80s remember this car? That is so cool. That was Kit talking there. That is awesome. This is 82 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. That's what this is. And I love the Trans Am's growing up. Look at the plush seating. And oh yes, look at that. So this is the inside of the kit car. Again, very advanced for its time. So this car pretty much could do anything. It was just, you know, it had like supersonic speed or what have you. But you could see, if you remember the show, you could see it sped up and the car just freaking trucking along. But yeah, this kit, the kit car was something else. You know, David Hasselhoff had sort of a love-hate relationship with Kit and would talk to the car, and the car was kind of self-learning or what have you. But it was just, if you grew up in the 80s, then you know this show, definitely. So one thing I did not get is the upper console over here. So look at the level of detail and, you know, getting the whole kit car reflected here. That is something else. Look at that. And then you look at the level of detail here too. Straight up vintage 80s, my friend, straight up. And you got the signatures from the cast and crew here. Look at that. That is so cool. Let's go back here and you can see David Hasselhoff here. Rebecca Holden and David Hasselhoff. Wow. Check out this Lotus Esprit Turbo. Looks beautiful in red. So this is a James Bond Lotus Esprit Turbo we got here. And then you got a trio of Fiats here. Look at that. You got this Jaguar. I think it's an E-Type Jaguar. Is this a Jaguar E-Type? And this one looks like a Triumph. See, it's got a Jaguar and a Triumph. I'm going to get a little closer and see what they are. I was wrong. This is not a Triumph. This is a 74 MG. So let's back it out here. You got the beautiful wooden paneling, kind of typical of the British cars. And that's a nice car. Let me come around here actually, because the sun's a little bit better over there, and then we'll find out if that's a Jaguar E-Type or not. Jaguar E-Type, so a much sportier cabin in here, not as luxurious, don't have the wooden paneling on there. So it looks like they kind of are sort of using that injection molding on their dash. But anyway, this is the Jaguar E-Type. There she is. Bed over here. So now we got to get this section over here. So a lot of cars to cover. We'll see what we can get. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good time. So we're gonna keep on going here. So let's keep rolling. This right here is a 1936 Packard 120 Touring Sedan, and look at how beautiful she is. Look at this. It's almost like there's a slight two-tone. It might be hard to tell, but there's a slight two-tone between the body and the hood. So the hood is almost like kind of a green, and then you have sort of a tan on the body of the car. Yep, there is definitely a two-tone on here, and this is beautiful. Look at this car. This is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the wheels. And what really makes this car stand out for me is the two-tone paint of the body and of the wheel hubs. So you have sort of the tan on the wheel hubs. I'll kind of pan on back here, and you got sort of the green on the body of the car. And look, you got the suitcase there, the Packard suitcase. So I guess you can carry your if you're going on a long trip or something. Hey, you got your suitcase right there. You can put that right on the Packard. But just a beautiful car. Alright, well, before I start, we're going to kind of get this section over here, and we're kind of going to work our way back that way, and then we're going to come and get those cars over there, yonder. So let's continue. So here we go. That's a nice looking ride there. Back it out a little bit. Alright, got a fire truck over here. See if I can get both these. Ooh, look at that. Look at that Apache, very nice. Oh, what a color on that Volkswagen. Look at that, 73 bus there. That's beautiful. Got the Malibu there. Look at that. Looks beautiful in dark green. It's a Bel Air. Oh, Victoria, this is different. This is the interior of a 1951 Ford Victoria. Absolutely breathtaking. Just totally decked out in red. Both interior and exterior, all red. And look at the paneling. You know, kind of you get Bel Air vibes from this a little bit, but this is not a Bel Air, a Ford, you know, Victoria. So definitely something different here. Good to see. And here's the other side of it. Very lovely. Now this is a Buick Riviera. Look at the design elements on there, and those gauges actually look really sporty. This whole cabin here looks really sporty. And I wish I could get more details. I'm just, you know, a lot of cars to cover. So see if I can get the front there. So that's the front of the Buick Riviera. And look at this. What a lovely body. So this is from a 1950 Buick Riviera. So wait till we talk about what we're selling here. So this is a 1956 Anglia Popular 803 465 1460. Now let's pan out here. A 1956 Anglia Popular. Now look at this thing. Oh, now this is, I have never seen in any Anglia Popular ever at any car show I've ever been to. There's a badge on there, and look at this beautiful matte black on here. And look at let me go back here. Look at the hood. Check out the paneling on the hood here. Look at how I mean, you have the hood opening up similarly to how the cars in the 30s did. But you have some nice paneling on here, and you have the Anglia, you know, emblem on there. And let me back out here so you can get a better appreciation. Look at this. This is absolutely stunning. So yeah, you guys better call that number. This is definitely something, you know, you'll be rocking and roll with this. Look at that pickup, man. Another pickup here, Chevy C10 pickup, I take it. Look at this, 150. Oh, that's a beautiful color. It looks like almost like a velvety. That's so matte. It looks kind of velvety. Look at this. All right, we got this. Another pickup here. And we're going to finish up here. Get this one, and we'll get this pickup here simultaneously. 67 Chevelle, and look at this here. What is that? That is stunning. This is the inside of a 1937 Ford Coupe, and I've just never seen gauging like that before. How you have the oval gauging on there, and look at the beautiful paneling. Look at the beautiful leather interior. I mean, just nice work on this. And you got the Rolls-Royce doors here. Look at how the doors open up on this. This is a beautiful 37 Ford Coupe, and look at the look at the front on here. Absolutely stunning and breathtaking. Let's come around here. Beautiful. And one thing I forgot to mention, this also dropped quite a bit actually. So this car just looks absolutely menacing. Just beautiful and menacing at the same time. Got this lovely pink car here. It's a Ford. Looks like from the 40s.
Nice color.
1946, I believe. Stunning. We're gonna now start over here and kind of work our way down this road over here. Thanks so much.
Right now we've got some spots for kids.
Got this lovely Ford Bronco here. And look at this. Is this a Caterman or something? What is this? So this is a Stutz Automotive. And check out the shifters. The shifters on the side of the car. So this here is a Stutz, and basically they were produced, I think they were started in 1911, they were defunct in 1939. So this car is somewhere between 1911 and 1939. So I'm going to guess probably, just from what I'm seeing, probably after 1928. So I'm going to guess this one is probably somewhere, maybe 1930 or something, a 1930 Stutz, somewhere around there. But what a stunner. Look at this. What a car. Look what we have on the front over there. That is something else. What a beautiful car this is. Pan out here and get her one more time. Lovely. Camaro over there. Now I can get a slightly clearer shot of this Camaro. We're going to go down this road and grab all these cars here. Look at the GMC delivery truck this is. Look at that. That's lovely. Look at that. And you got this nice patina here. See if you get the back of this. And you got this patina truck here. Look at that. Got a lot of delivery trucks here. So this right here is a 1983 Spartan Phantom, one of 300. Look at this. Look at this lovely ride here. Absolutely stunning. And this is a 1955 Dodge Sierra. Let's get the inside of her first. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that lovely interior. Let's pan back out. And that is very, very lovely. Let's keep rolling here. Ooh, a couple old school Benzes here. Look at this. Can we keep going? Let's keep rolling here. That's a beautiful Benz there. Look at that. This is the 1961 Mercedes 190 SL. Let's take a look at her. Very, very lovely.
Beautiful car.
And could you imagine this in 1960? Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. And then my childhood dream car, 1979 Pontiac Trans Am. I think this is actually a dark blue. Look at this. Beautiful 79 Trans Am here. That's this Trans Am here. All right, good deal. I'm trying to get too detailed here, but this Bel Air is absolutely beautiful. I just love the interior too. Beautiful interior. I love the color. So I kind of want to capture this real quick. Lovely, lovely Bel Air here. So go and capture that. Yeah, I think we got her. Here, so we're gonna go ahead and finish up this row here. Let's keep moving here. Ooh, wow. Ooh, nice colors here on this Chevy here. That's a nice looking truck there. So this is the 1937 Chevy truck here. And she's a stunner. She looks really beautiful. Camaro over here, and then you got this. Ooh, look at this matte black GMC truck. That is lovely. Look at that. So we're kind of gonna walk down this aisle here and just grab some of these cars here real quick. Ooh, beautiful Mustang 5-liter. Look at that. Is that a Datsun? Or it's Nissan 280ZX. This might have been when they went to Nissan. I'm gonna have to go and get a closer look. Nope, this is a Datsun. This is an 83 Datsun. This is before they went to Nissan. So this is still a Datsun. Very nice to see this. It's funny because when I see Datsun, I think of the movie. What was that movie? Bruce Almighty. Because I believe he had a Datsun, and then he magically turned it into a Celine S7. And it's funny. I think I prefer the Datsun, believe it or not. So it shows you how much I'm getting into the classics. We have a 1923 Ford Model 4T bucket. Look at this. Look at this. Lovely. And then, ooh, look at this kind of velvety matte Bel Air. Yes, Bel Air. Look at that. Lovely. Oldsmobile Cutlass. Very nice. We'll just kind of continue on here. I gotta make my way back. Got a couple of trucks here. A couple of Silverados here. Very, very nice. Look at that Chevy, man, that's tough. Ooh, what a beautiful color. That Chevy Cheyenne, that C10, look at that matte on that. That is stunning. And we're gonna stop right here so we can get the other rows. Look at this Shelby Cobra. I think I saw this. I think I saw this guy driving out yesterday. Check out this beautiful lower truck here. My God, look at those wheels. Nice design, lovely design elements here. That is nice. So we'll keep making our way up here. You got the Chevy Corvette. Nice old school Bronco there. Okay. 396. Look at this truck. So this is the 1947 Ford truck here. It's very unique. Look at her. So first I'm going to come and get the front of this. And I'm going to get the back of her also. Look at that. That is very, very lovely truck here. See if I can go and get it up the side over here. Tap the exhaust here. Look at this truck. Wow, absolutely stunning. Lovely, lovely truck here. Now that's what I call patina. Look at that. What a lovely Chevy truck that is. Beautiful. Got a Bel Air. So many cars here. Sierra Classic. Here we have a 1971 AMC AMX Javelin. You don't see these ever. When have you ever seen these? This is something totally unique. You know what? It actually has, it almost looks like a hybrid between a Mustang and a Di Tommaso Pantera. Isn't that something else? Look at this. What a lovely design. Look at the door handle. So the handle kind of reminds me of a Di Tommaso Pantera, kind of, sort of. And then yeah, if you pull back here, you look at the body. Yeah, it kind of like crosses between a Di Tommaso Pantera and a Mustang, and it's very, very lovely. Keep rolling here. Nice Chevelle there. Got a Monte Carlo. So you have. Let's keep going here. We got a Maverick. Ford Maverick there. That's lovely. Whoa, okay. The Ford Victoria. Looks like another Bel Air we got. Chevrolet Chevy 2 from 1965. Very, very nice. Yeah, a little better from here. Cars over here, and we got some cars over here. So we're gonna go and get this row over here. So we got a 1932 Ford Sedan. Very, very lovely. Oh, look at that color. I think it's another 32 Ford Sedan, so very, very lovely. This is a Ford Falcon. Yes, a Ford Falcon in a gorgeous black with some red trim on it. Very, very nice. Let's keep rolling here. Let's keep rolling. Chevy Corvette. Look at this Thunderbird. Beautiful striking red Thunderbird we got over here. And then a Maverick, another Ford Maverick. Nice to see these. Seeing a lot of Mavericks, which I don't commonly see at other shows. Got a Chevy too. A 1946 Chevy truck here. Very, very nice. Followed by a Bel Air with the pretty big wheels on there. Nice patina there. Look at that. Another Falcon. And understandably, there are a lot of people here. People want to appreciate the cars. Ooh, look at that Trans Am. So, you know, even if people get in the way, you know, I'll still do the best I can to get the footage. Look at that Chevy 3100 in red. Very nice. Ooh, what? This is something different. This is from a 1968 International, so you don't see too many of these. I mean, yes, the first thing I thought was Jeep. So I don't know if there's any linked in history between Jeep International, but look at this 1968 International and look at the front. Not at all Jeep-like. This looks like something completely different. You got the square lights, circular lights, but you know what I mean. You got the square elements on here and the International badge on there, so very, very nice. And this is from a 1962 Willys Wagon. Look at this. Look at this Willys Wagon, and I kind of alternate between Willys and Willis. I believe it's pronounced Willis. I kind of like Willys though. It just sounds cooler. But yes, that's a Willys Wagon. And then we finish off very strongly with a Chevy Suburban, a 1968 Chevy Suburban. It looks like you have some of the patina elements, and then you have sort of the glossy finish on there. So very, very nice, and it's dropped, and the fact that it's dropped. So I was saying the fact that it's dropped really makes it even more imposing. And look how low it is too. Look at this. And when you see this coming down the road, it looks very, very imposing. So the sun isn't too bad here. So we're gonna go over and get this row over here. You got the Bel Air. So I'm gonna angle it a little back like this, like we're walking backwards. Ooh, look at this one. What is this? Moving. Nice Mustang 5.0, and then look at the color on this Vet. Look at the color scheme on this Corvette. That is beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a color scheme like that before with the striping. That's beautiful. We'll keep rolling here. Let's keep going. Ooh, I like how you have the Mopar on there. And then I might have to spend a little bit more time with this truck here. So we got this truck over here. So this is a 1959 Chevy Apache factory Napco. Look at this. What a stunner. I just love the color elements on this truck. Yeah, you had the wheels, the blue wheels matching with the blue top part of the car. Ooh, a nice bust there. Nice Volkswagen there. Beautiful. Keep going. It's okay. And again, it's really not an issue if people get in the way. You know, it's a car show. People are going to be here, so that's not an issue at all. I think I can still get really good footage of the cars, even if some people walk by and appreciate the car. So that's really not an issue. Ooh, look at that patina there. Look at that. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this. What a way to finish off here. Beautiful. So this, my friends, is from a 1928 Essex. I hate to be ignorant. I've never heard of an Essex before. I mean, the 20s, I thought they were dominated by Ford. I honestly thought they were, and I have not seen an Essex before. But look at this. Look at this beautiful wagon. And just, oh my God, look at the design elements and the turbocharged engine there. This is something else. And look at the Nice wood paneling on there. So when you get into the car and you got the steel plates on there, so you can go and step right into the car and you got the wood paneling. This is something else. What a nice piece of work. You know, we shouldn't be getting interiors of the cars because I just don't have the time and I'm trying to get all the cars, but that's such a beautiful interior, as you can see. I'm going to pan out here. There's a beautiful custom cab here from this Ford. That is so lovely. And that is a 1965 Ford F100 we're looking at. So what a beautiful, beautiful car in a beautiful color. Let's kind of walk our way down here and get what we can get. Oh, sorry, thank you. Oh, look at that IROC Z. Oh, look at this. This is a 1988 T-top Camaro IROC Z, my friends. And we had this car. My late father got this car in the 80s. And this is such an awesome car. My goodness, this is so retro. And this is definitely back in my day as an 80s child. Look at that. Keep moving here. Ooh, look at that. That's a stunner. Ooh, sorry. And then we got a Porsche coming up. This is 944. I think this is a Porsche 944 Turbo. Look at this. My friends, is a Porsche 944. This one has a naturally aspirated engine, but just a little story I told yesterday. I was so jealous of one of my schoolmates because his dad had this car and he'd roll up in this Porsche, and you know, I guess he's obviously pimping out the Porsche, so there was definitely feelings of envy from that. But this, now I can actually appreciate this car more without the feelings of envy. But a beautiful, stunning Porsche. Look at this. You ever get the feeling of being inundated by the cars? That's what I'm feeling now. Ooh, look at that look at that Cutlass. Oh man, what a nice Oldsmobile Cutlass here. And you got the Chevelle, another Chevelle. I know there's a difference. Look at the different body from like what I'm guessing is the late 60s to like the early 60s. Look at that. Oh, look at this, man. And look at this Falcon. Beautiful Ford Falcon here. Oh my God. 1961 Ford Falcon two-door. And I just love that color scheme there. Let's keep rolling. I'm gonna have to get this one here. Look at this. Look at this. This is a 1939 Ford Standard. Look at the interior. Look at that kind of Dalmatian-like, whatever, spotted interior. That is something else. And look at the color scheme here. Absolutely beautiful color scheme on this. Very, very nice. And beautiful body too. Just emanates like, you know, old times. Just get the side of this beautiful truck here. Beautiful wheels on here. And yeah, I can get the other side, but I just don't know how the sun's gonna affect it. Not terrible. Lovely wheels on that Ford F100. Let's keep rolling. And we're gonna finish off with a Camaro here. Ooh, nice wheels on that truck there. And we finish off with a Camaro. This, my friends, is a 1953 Buick Special Riviera. Sorry, I totally mispronounced that, but look at this. Look at how beautiful and stunning this car is. This car is so elegant. Now, you see a lot of the cars with the matte and patina finish, and that's cool, but this is different. This car really does not emanate like, you know, menace. This emanates like class and prestige. Just look at the color and look at the design elements on this car. This to me emanates class and prestige, and to me kind of reflects, it just kind of reminds me of a car back in the day where like only like the privileged people could afford this. I'm not sure how true that is, but I know like earlier back in the day, you know, cars were considered luxury items. So again, I'm speculating on this, but I kind of wonder if this is one of those cars that was one of those luxury items where certain specially privileged people can afford. I just want to get close up of the front of this Buick, but it is absolutely breathtaking and stunning. I just love that green. It is absolutely gorgeous. Ford Falcon over there. We're going to kind of walk down here and get some of these here.
How many were already? 5?
Kind of walk down. We'll get some of these. Looks like a Bel Air. That's a nice looking Bel Air. Look at that. I like that blue there. And we'll stop right over here at this Camaro here. Look at that beautiful yellow hole. I'm gonna get a picture here. I stopped to get a picture. I thought that could be potentially a good thumbnail for one of my videos, but look at that beautiful Bel Air. And ooh, look at this. That's a Ford Coupe. I guess from the 30s. Look at, ooh, wow. Chevy from the 80s. Look at that Trans Am, ooh. I don't think I've ever seen a patina Trans Am before. Yep, 1976 Pontiac Trans Am. You got like slight faded paint, and I love that. It's just really emanates the originality of this car. And look at the front. Beautiful imposing lights on it. Kind of Firebird vibes on it. Look at it. Oh, keep rolling. We'll start from this Ford two-door sedan. We're going to keep on going here. Ooh, another Firebird here. Yeah, so the sun's a little bit kind of, you know, this thing. But look at that Firebird. The Buick. Got a Chevelle here. Alright, we'll keep rolling here. Ooh, lovely truck here, gosh. Alright. I want to get this truck. I love the OEM wheels on this. That's lovely. The 67 Ford Fairlane. Look at this. I get kind of Chargers vibes from this. It's kind of weird. Or even Dodge Dart vibes. Look at that. And look at how imposing the front of this car looks. Look at that black grille on here. So, yeah, really beautiful and imposing Ford Fairlane here. Scooby-Doo! There's a There's a mystery machine from the show Scooby-Doo, and I got this yesterday, but I'm getting this again. Look at this. The Scooby-Doo machine. This is a Lincoln Town car here. Look at this, Mercury. Alright, Coley muffed that one up. Okay, that's a Mercury. So this is a 1977 Mercury Coupe. And the first thing I think of is I think like Joe Pesci, and I think like Goodfellas or some mafia movie where Joe Pesci is like, you know, stabbing someone in the back of the head, if anybody remembers that from Goodfellas. But what an imposing car this is. This car just totally emanates 70s, and I'll just say it emanates like 70s mafia or something. Look at it. Ooh, beautiful Challenger. Look at that. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. This actually is a lot more crowded today. No, you guys are good. You guys are good. Don't matter. So look at this. 28 Ford delivery here. This is lovely. And here you have a 66 Chevy Chevelle. We'll walk around her. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a walk around. It's okay. I don't mind people in the way. It's all right. Yeah, much better from this side. Look at that Chevelle. That's beautiful. Very black and very imposing. Look at her. Lovely. I guess Rebecca must be pretty important. 1948 Chevy. Look at that beautiful. Look at that beautiful flatbed there with the wheel, with the wood paneling there. Let's kind of go around her and look at this. This is absolutely lovely. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna get the rest of this one here. This 48 Chevy, absolutely beautiful and stunning. Look at the front of that. So this is the interior of a 1948 Chevy 3100. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful and stunning. Turns out Rebecca is very important. So this is in memory of Rebecca Salcada Ortega Hernandez. So pay my respects in memory of her. And I think this is a very good way to cherish a memory with a car. I know we talked yesterday about, when bad things happen, we kind of go around and try to surround ourselves with good things. And, here you have this beautiful car dedicated in her memory. Lovely. I don't know what this one is, but this is a beautiful rod here. Beautiful rat rod. Look at this. It's 1928, we know that. But very, very gorgeous and imposing. Look at that. Well, let's keep walking here. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of go more overview. Well, maybe not. Nope, there's a Willys here, so I'm gonna have to go and get this one. Look at this Willys. 1940 Willys, that's fine. No, it's okay. We're gonna continue overview here. Because again, it's a lot more crowded today. So we're just gonna get a general overview. So I hope all of you can see, kind of appreciate the cars, even though there are people kind of getting, not I shouldn't say getting away, but there are more people around, more people appreciating the cars. So again, it's not only about the cars, but it's also about just the whole event itself. So you just see how many people there are here, and just what a cool and awesome event this is. So look at, you got these two rides over there. Oh, look at that! What a beautiful station wagon that is! My God, beautiful Chevy there. Look at that. Corvette. I think we got this car yesterday. Satellite Customs looks. Yeah, I did get this car already, but I'm gonna get it again because it's a lovely car. Look at the wheels on this. Look at that. Oh shit. Redneck edition? Really? That's freaking serious. Oh, look at that. Freaking badass. So this redneck edition 1983 Chevy Monte Carlo is what this is. Look at this. Very, very imposing and right from my day. Awesome. All right, we're gonna go and get the rest of these cars here, or just get some of these cars here.
I know. I just bought
And we'll stop right here at this blue Chevy here. We'll stop right here. That's a good place to stop.
It goes on tomorrow too.
This might be worth a picture too. Which car that is? One of those cars back there. All right, let's keep going. It's okay. Ooh, look at that patina. Wow, that's beautiful. No, it's okay. It's fine. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Yeah, if I angle the camera back like this, I definitely can get the cars better. So we're just gonna keep on walking here. So yeah, yesterday I kind of focused more on specifics, but I think today we're gonna go overview. Oh, I love the American flags. I just love how you have the flags on the cars. I don't know why when you have the flags on, it just makes the car look better. But look at that, wow. So we're gonna keep this camera angled backwards, like this. We're just picking up footage of the cars as we go. And I think just considering the size of the show, I think this actually is a better way to do this. Because if it was a smaller show, then yeah, I could probably do more details. But since this is a bigger show, I think this actually is a better way of doing it. Because so that way you guys can just kind of get an idea of just the mass, just the scope, just the size of this show. So I'm gonna stop over here. I'm gonna pan up so you guys can see just how many cars there are over here. So look at this again. I just want everyone to get an appreciation of just how massive this freaking show is here. Look at that. Tom, look out. So we're gonna get this over here. Look at that Jeep. Beautiful. But that is something nice. Look at that. On the Ford Coupe, we're gonna go here. Got the Camaro there. Got a Chevy too. Alright. Ooh, nice patina. Look at that. Alright, this is something different. Might have to stop here. 1930 Cadillac V16, my friends. A V16. What do you think of when you hear V16? You think Bugatti Tourbillon. You think of the Bugatti Tourbillon, but you know what? Cadillac was doing it back in the 30s. They were making V16 engines back in the 30s. I hate to say, I really don't know the history of the V16 engine itself, but in any case, we just know this is a V16 from 1930. Look at that. And I'm going to go back and maybe say that this probably was customized. Maybe it wasn't the original V16. So anyway. So this one here actually used to be a limousine, and they put an LS1 engine in it. But yes, there was a V16 engine made by Cadillac in 1930, and it was one of their top of the line cars they had. So beautiful. Look at the back here. There actually was another row of seating here, and they took this out. And you know what? Look at this handlebar here. So I believe this handlebar was actually for the seats that were over here, and you actually would hold on to that. There actually was another car show where I did something like that. I saw a car like that, and you had the handlebars.
This right here is what.
So a bit of a correction. So this actually really is not really a handlebar per se. You can actually put your towels, you can put your quilts, you can actually hang clothes up, you can hang various items up on this here. So it really is not intended as a handlebar. So my mistake there. And this right here is a footrest, but you kind of have some luxurious elements here. And I hope the owner will correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm going to venture to guess that this was a car that not everybody could afford. That this actually was a luxury item. I mean, this car just emanates luxury. I mean, look at the seating here for the 1930s. I mean, this is a car that emanates luxury. So I'm guessing not every single Tom, Dick, and Harry could afford this, but nonetheless, a beautiful car. I love this. We saw this on the Buick. You can put your suitcase. You have a spot for your suitcase. So again, I'm venturing to guess, I'm not a historian, but I'm venturing to guess this is another luxury item where this car actually is almost like saying, you know what, we're the upper class, and you know what, if you can afford this car, you can afford to have a place to put your luggage too. We have a compartment here in the back where you could put your suitcase over here, and it's matching on top of that. So there actually was, so this actually, the luggage actually handles on it. So what I'm guessing is, you know, the owners did not have to go and carry the luggage. They actually had people to do that for them. So again, this is kind of the privileged car for the privileged, so to speak, but beautiful. And look at the lights here too. Look how you have the lights coming out here. So this is one really stunning car. Here, get some more footage of this one here. Let's go and get the rest of this. We got another one. Oh, we got another one. Another like, oh, what is this? Is another Cadillac here? So I'm gonna pan out here. So this is another Cadillac. I think it's also V16 too. So look at this. Wow. Stunning. So this is from a 1932 Cadillac Imperial station wagon. I'm going to look it up to see what engine it actually had, if it did have a V16 or not, or if this was something kind of swapped. But I did read that, yeah, Cadillac did make V16s. All right, so I said we're going to start at this truck here, you know, from this line of cars here. We're going to continue on here. So it looks like we got a whole bunch of, looks like Chevy C10 pickups here that we're going to get. All right, let's keep going here. I'm going to walk this over here. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling here. Oh, that yellow is nice. Look at that. Wow. We got the Monte Carlo. So we're gonna kind of go all the way up to that. There's a Corvette over there. We're just gonna keep on going up with that. I'm just gonna get all these cars over here. Ooh, might be some copyright there. That's Bee Gees. Got the Monte Carlo over there, and we finished off at this beautiful Corvette. And I'll get her. I'm gonna come back to get this. I'll do another pan over here. So again, you guys, I just want everyone to get the scope of this show, just how massive it is and how many cars. So I'm gonna go back over there and get some of those other rows. I'm gonna pan, continue to pan, and there we go. Got Camaro over there. Yeah. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. No, you're good. Look at this. Is this another Cadillac here? 31 Cadillac limo. So I don't know if this has a V16 in it or not, but regardless, it's a very imposing car. So let's keep rolling here. Let's keep on going. Ooh, a Belvedere. That's a Plymouth here. All right. Look at this Capri station wagon. Ooh, look at that. '68 Chevrolet Capri station wagon. Look at this. See if I can pan on her. Very, very nice. As for my video short, we'll grab that. This is a 1958 Ford Fairlane 500. Beautiful. Chevy 2 here, look at this. That's what anger sounds like. Beautiful Dodge 100 there. Oh, look at that Bel Air. Oh my God. Look at that lime green against the black. That is stunning. patina on that 35 Chevy there. Ooh, nice drop truck over there. Look at that. Y'all are good. Y'all are good. That's gorgeous truck. Look at that, man. All right, let's go. Before I go, just kind of get a quick pan out. So that's kind of roughly what we're gonna try and get. All right, let's keep rolling now. Let's walk. It's all right. You're good. I feel bad. People are trying to move out of the way, but it's like, you know what? I know it's a car show and it's very quiet, so you know I don't want to impose on anybody else's, you know, good time. You know, I'm just. Doesn't matter that people pass by and get in the view of the camera. It's fine. Let's see if I can get a better view this way. So I'm gonna kind of pan the camera back. Ooh, we got a Triumph here. Look at this. A Triumph TR6. Look at that. All right. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. Got the Ford Bronco here. And look at this. You got a neutral colored Vet here. Look at that. Look at that in silver. Or a grayish silver. That is sweet. So usually you'll see this in red. This is the most common color I've seen for a Corvette, but it looks gorgeous in silver. So let's keep going. The Silverado here. We've got a Gran Torino coming up. Ooh, look at how nicely stanced it is. Got the Gran Torino. Oh my, look at that. This beautiful interior is from a 1936 Chevy Town Sedan. And doesn't she look beautiful? Look at that. And I just love how the hood opens up. Beautiful. Now that is what I call a Bel Air. Look at the color scheme on this. I love that freaking gray and black. That is just menacing looking. There is zero elegance to this, and that's a compliment. There is zero elegance and all menace. And again, that is a compliment. This guy is not going for, or girl, I'm not sure who owns it, but this whoever owns this is not going for elegance. This person is going for menace. Look at that. Beautiful. And this is a 1962 Nash Metropolitan. Look at this one. That is definitely a rare sight to see. So let's go. Oh, sorry. Let's go around here. Sorry about that. Look at this. That is lovely.